Hey guys, James Elam here. Just finished up Lake Conroe Major League Fishing event. Wanted to walk you through one of my practice days there. Of course, Lake Conroe is in southeast Texas, north of Houston, about an hour. Good lake, a lot of big bass in it. It can get rough and it can be stingy, but if you hit it on the right day, it's really good. So I'll walk you through my practice day there. You know, here's Lake Conroe. I focused in on the lower end of it on this trip. There's Lakeview Marina I put in there. And I immediately ran, I wanted to go try the dam out. So I went over there in a place I've caught them before and kind of searched around. I caught 2 fish over there, so that ended up being a pretty good thing. And, the whole middle of the dam's kind of off limits. There's a bunch of buoys around it and stuff like that just to protect everybody, from getting sucked in or something like that, or keep an accident from happening. So I ran all the way to the other side of the dam and tried it shallow and ran down the whole thing. And finally, when I got to this one little corner where it's a little bit different on the riprap, I caught a fish. And after that, I went and explored this cove, didn't really find anything. And I went back to this area where I kind of took out of, and I wanted to explore this whole cove. So I found a nice little roadbed out here, marked that as a honey hole. I didn't catch anything. It could, be really good when I come back in the summer sometime or something like that. And there's also a roadbed that goes across here like a pond dam, and that's a honey hole that I marked for the future. Over here, there's a roadbed that, enters the lake. It's really hard to see. It comes out the bank right here. But I caught a fish off of that and came back there in the tournament. And also there's a really good brush pile and stuff like that right here on this other side of the cove. Went back here, didn't really get anything going. So I went out and I went and ran up to the next creek and started to really break it apart. And I found a brush pile. Move that. I found a brush pile here, fished it, nothing good. Fished a rock pile here, nothing, didn't get anything. Went and fished this little cut and noticed, the fish maybe, are more related to the bank and stuff like that, and caught a fish there. And went over here, and did the same thing and fished, the corners of these, because I ended up catching one right there. Of course, shaking these fish off during practice so I can come back in the tournament, hopefully catch them. Caught one here in this cove and went and explored this cove, and finally went into the back end of this thing, and didn't seem like the fish were back there yet, but I did catch one there kind of staging. And, just explored this whole creek for that whole, entirety of the day. Went and fished that riprap, didn't catch anything. Fished this one and this one, and it didn't have any luck. So I ran straight across the lake to end the day and caught a few fish out of this cove, at the end of the day. So I felt like I got a pretty good idea of the lower end of the lake at that time. And after that time, it was time to go back in, and the day was over. So it was a decent day of practice in terms of, getting to look around and getting to see a lot of stuff. So I got that done, and it was a fun day out in the water. Thanks, guys.